I've been a fan of rally since I was a little kid, and ever since I could get my hands on car keys, I was driving and imitating that sort of driving style. But I never knew it existed in the States. So in 2004, Travis Pastrana did his first stage rally and just woke me up to the fact that rally actually existed here. I thought it was a European-only sport. And I ended up having a little bit of natural talent for it, so just started racing from there. The whole Gymkhana thing actually came about because I wanted more time in the race car. Actual Gymkhana racing is about car control and technical driving. Around a course, you have to slide around through obstacles, or at least certain obstacles, to be quicker. Now what I've done with the videos is basically take that concept and do it kind of on steroids. Been pretty crazy, the response to all that stuff, much more than I ever expected. Well, the planning process for the Gymkhana videos really can vary. Once we get the idea figured out and get the location figured out, it takes about 3 months to really get us to the point where we can film. And then once we get there, I get to become the driver and take my Ford Fiesta and go out and abuse it as much as I possibly can, but do it in a sensible way, because typically we have 3 or 4 days of filming that's usually very tight, and I have to not damage the car. We always overshoot, 20 GoPros on every shot and a lot of different cameras to get everything the best that we can, but we have a very specific style. And I don't want to just put in the first try, like, okay, I made it. I can do a lot of things on the first try. The thing is, we want to put the video together with the best possible tries. I want to get the closest I can to things. So sometimes that'll only take 2 or 3 tries, but sometimes if things are very, very difficult, it can take up to 9 or 10 tries. And sometimes I actually get kind of bummed if I do something too quick. Well, that means I get to drive less. I actually love being in the car and having fun with it and doing this stuff. So, you know, that's part of the fun with this, and part of what makes these videos unique is that, you know, taking a 600 horsepower all-wheel drive Ford Fiesta and putting it in these tough situations, and then trying to make it do these things as precise as I possibly can. And that's really an amazing job that I've somehow put myself into. My favorite Gymkhana video shoot, it's a toss-up really between Gymkhana 3 and Gymkhana 5. Gymkhana 3 was a really unique challenge because we had this motorsport facility in France with this giant wall that went to 51 degrees. I just didn't know what the car would do. You're messing with gravity. And so that was kind of a fun experience. But I have to say, Gymkhana 5, that city's so iconic to me from movies like Bullet for the car chase scenes and all that stuff. It was just such a cool thing for me to be able to go there and experience the city the way I wanted to. That 4 days of filming was the craziest set of days I've ever had in my life of being in my race car.
If you're a fight fan, you have to love this.
Now combat sports have a new home.
A true warrior right there. For the best in the world.